Lots more about that crisis, of course, on our website. Now, wildlife experts in India are saying it's been agreed that some of the world's tigers will be moved from countries where the species is thriving to those where they're almost extinct. Ministers from 13 Asian countries were meeting in Delhi and say this will help increase the world's tiger population, which has already risen this year to 3,900, up by 600 in the past 6 years. Now, under the plan, it's possible Indian tigers will be sent to Cambodia and Russian tigers to Kazakhstan. Well, I'm joined by BBC World Service Environment correspondent Navin Singh Khadka. Thanks for coming in. Now, the good news, of course, is that we've seen an increase in their population for the first time in a very long time. Yeah. It would seem this is working. Tell us more about this idea of relocating tigers.
So, as you said, some countries have seen rise, but there are some countries, especially in Southeast Asia, where they have gone down, and in some countries like Cambodia or even Laos, what they say is they are almost zero, functionally extinct, they call. So that's the reason why they're talking about bringing some tigers from countries where there are more now to countries where there are almost none. So that is the whole idea. But a lot needs to be done about this. It's not just like transporting tigers to those places. You'll have to prepare the habitats first, and sustainable habitats, and also you'll have to arrange species for the prey species for tigers, and that should be sustainable as well. So a lot of preparations need. But in principle, this meeting in Delhi that you mentioned about, they've agreed. They brought out a resolution, and one of the points is about this relocating and reintroducing tigers in those areas.
Now, tigers are being poached, also their habitat, the wild tigers' habitat, are being destroyed in some places. Some might argue it's great to relocate them, but surely a crackdown on the poaching of tigers in these countries where it's taking place, that needs to be looked at in more detail as well.
Absolutely. That is still there. So therefore, when this resolution was brought out in Delhi, the organizers did say that, there's a concern about this poaching, the wildlife trade, the demand market. So that is a separate issue altogether. So the market-driven thing, like why people still demand tiger skins, bones, claws, with tiger wines, and so on and so forth. So that is an area, a separate area where they're talking about, it's still a massive challenge, and all these countries, a global network has to be cracked down. They call it a chain, which, is still quite established, and that, of course, is still a massive challenge, yes.
All right, Navin, thank you for coming in and explaining what's going on, but an important step forward
Sure, it is,
in preserving wild tigers.